Hi, this is Doreen. I'm back, but I'm not back to do another wig review. Today, I'm back to acknowledge Domestic Violence Awareness Month with a couple of poems of mine. Poems that I wrote several years ago, poems that will be included in the collection of poetry that I am getting published called Peek into My Secret Closet. Okay, so the first poem is called Did You Know? Did you know that he beat me when you weren't around? When you weren't around, he beat me. Did you know that he beat me down to the ground? Down to the ground when you weren't around. When you weren't around, he beat me down to the ground. He waited until you weren't around because he didn't want you to see that he was just like you. Okay, my next one is Why I Stay. I stay because he'll do this and sometimes he'll do that. I stay because he's my man. No, he's not all that he should be, but then who is? I stay because of the kids. Did you forget about them? Where can I go? Tell me where. Who else is going to want me? I'll stay right here. He's my man. I know he fools around, but as long as he doesn't give me anything, hey, he's my man. Plus, I'm tired, girl. I don't have the patience to be bothered with another man. I got up this morning and I looked in the mirror and I saw all those bags underneath my eyes and I was like, wow. Plus, I don't feel like I used to either. I'm out of shape. I need to exercise. He accepts me as I am. Sure, I know what you're thinking. He gets drunk and sometimes he breaks things. But when he gets sober, he replaces things. I know he did it again. I called the cops that time, don't you remember? But yeah, I felt sorry for them when they arrested him because I know he didn't mean to hit me. He was drunk. So I took half of the mortgage to bail him out. He hasn't hit me since. Just calls me a bunch of names all the time. You know how they can be. They get off on degrading you. I mean, nobody's perfect. Plus, sometimes he does this, and the hell with it when he doesn't do that. One day he'll change. But do you really want to know the truth? I don't think I could live without him. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like my lack of self-love won't allow me to. The personal put downs, the way he tramples me verbally, he enjoys. It's so crazy that he enjoys chewing away at the little respect I do have. I don't think I believe in myself anymore. The very essence of who I was created to be, he has destroyed. I really don't know what it would take for me to leave him. I just know one thing. No one can save me but myself. This one is the checkup. I remember once having a gynecological checkup, one that wasn't done by my doctor. Hmm. Who would have thought that after working 3 to 11, 6 nights a week, someone would have had the nerve? But he did. He really did. And this one is named Domestic Violence. Domestic violence. It's not something you want to play around with. Domestic violence with me? Are you crazy? Domestic violence, yes, you. You're not exempt from it. It happened to me, and I'm not crazy. Those were the same things I thought about other women until it snuck me. I didn't even see it coming. My power, my will, my life. Soon, I didn't know who I was anymore. I became his person, his doormat. I didn't want anybody to know, so I shut everyone out. My family worried, while my friends began to look at me strange. I kept up my appearance. I covered every mark, every scar, every last bruise. I was awesome. I smiled when I needed to cry. I laughed when I wanted to die. But one night, I just couldn't do it anymore. I was tired. I cried out to God to help me. Lord, I remember saying, Lord, I'm just tired of covering up mess. I'm just tired of it. And I hollered, Lord, do you hear me? Do you hear me? But I didn't get an answer. I mean, I really was listening, but I didn't get an answer. Then I heard him coming up the stairs on the porch. I could tell by his footsteps that he was drunk. I had mastered those drunk footsteps. I ran to my bedroom. I was like, I just can't do this tonight. I just cannot do this tonight. I whispered. I kept whispering that to myself. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. And that's when I opened the dresser drawer. There it was. At first I was afraid to touch it, so I just touched it lightly, just touched it lightly. But then I heard the keys. My heart was racing. It was like, I mean, it was like boom, 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 boom. God, it felt like it was just on the outside of me. My heart was on the outside of me, banging, banging, banging. I was just so nervous and so scared and so anxious. But then I picked it up. I heard the door close. And I ran to meet him. I just ran. I was just so nervous, but I ran to meet him. And before he could say anything at all, I remember that I just closed my eyes. I just closed my eyes and pulled the trigger. I pulled it. Never had I done such a thing, but I remember pulling the trigger. And I was like, Lord, please forgive me. Please, Lord, forgive me. And it was done. This next poem is called I Remember. I remember now I remember now more vividly with much sorrow, remorse, and pain. Life with you all those years, the tears, the turmoil, and oh my God, the shame. I should have left you so many, many years ago. The first time that you hit me, I should have made you go. Your reasons for calling me out of my name that night, they are still vague and unclear. But I should have bitten off your lips, calling me such things with our son lying near. I should have stopped you that night you shoved me to the front door, beard dripping from my head. I mean, naked I stood as a misinterpreted whore. I know you didn't think I remember, 'cause so much time has gone by. Yet I remember feeling so worthless, praying to an unknown, please just let me die. Please just let me die. I don't understand why that night I did not move, talk back, or take a stand. But I do know one thing. You were not my soulmate in life. You were a hideous, dreadful man. You disturbed my sleep each time yours was on the rise. Your disrespect was evident, because each time you robbed me, that place in me eventually died. But you couldn't get my soul. No, somehow God kept that for me. It wasn't very easy, but a day came when I could see. I saw you for what you were, but that was not as bad as seeing you for what you would continue to be. That's what really made me sad. And that's when I left you, taking the beautiful 5 children that I had bore. With some respect in my back pocket, no more was I your physical or emotional whore. I love that poem. I really do. Anyway, the last poem I'm going to read is called I Am. I am a creation of the Most High. I was created for greatness. Today I take a stand, never to abbreviate, violate, or deny myself to please others. My Creator made me to represent Him. I am not to be deceived or disregarded. I am a creation of the Most High. I was created to take charge. I was created never to give up. Today I take a stand, never to depress myself to a state of dishonor. My Creator made me to love Him. And in loving Him, I love myself. I am a creation of the Most High. I was created to write about the joys and overcoming the pains. Today I take a stand, never to alienate myself from myself or forget who I am. My Creator made me to be loved, and I am. I am a creation of the Most High. I was created to discover spiritual dimensions. How many ways can I say I love you, Lord? Today, I take a stand, never to let go of my mind, my intellect, my spirit, and my God. My Creator made me to be powerful and assemble my life with structure and order for His accomplishments. I am a creation of the Most High. I was created for excellence. I love that poem too. I love that poem very much. It helped me. I wrote it when I was in the process of coming out of something. So those are the poems I wrote to acknowledge Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I also would like to say that the Greater New Haven Domestic Violence Services has a 24-hour hotline, and I do apologize for not having the number. I should know the number by heart, but I do apologize. And they also, along with that hotline, they have a shelter, and they have support groups. You know, I do know that if you live anywhere in the New Haven area, surrounding areas, that you could call 211, and that's info line, and they'll be glad to give you any information that you might need. Okay. At the same time, you can probably try to get into therapy, counseling. Sometimes I know that there are counseling services that don't charge much, so try those things. And there's the National Domestic Hotline. Of course, I have that number, and that number is 800-799-SAFE. 800-799-SAFE. 800-799-7233. But again, if you're in the New Haven area, there's the Greater New Haven Domestic Violence Services, and they were very good to me and my children during my time of need. And I suggest anybody to call them. Okay? That's my grand. But anyway, I'll see you soon. I should be back next month with a wig video. And until then, may our Creator continue to bless and beautify us all. All right? See ya. Bye-bye.